Howdy folks, this morning's soap is brought to you by SMG Soaps. The SMG stands for Shave Master General. This is an unscented soap. That's what it looks like on the inside there. It's a fairly soft but firm in the puck there, in the jar, and started out with 4 ounces on this one. Got the alum block complete with rubber band, still. Unscented witch hazel with menthol. And today, got this with the Tuesday soap from shave.net. Going to try some Barrister Mann aftershave Reserve Classic. I think I got I'll put the scent profile next to the description there. Still using the Cremo beard oil. This is the tea tree mint flavor, if you will. And let's see here. Here's the Minion with the mother lode knot. It's Wednesday, going to have a fun shave. Got it all whipped up here in the distinctive goat bowl, and it's a bit on the wet side. Kind of typical how I usually whip it up. And here's the Razorine. It has an Astra blade in there. That's what it looks like on the back side there. It is a bit of a glare. This is all brass. Also comes in a chrome. And it was mentioned in a comment that looking at make sure the plate, got a piece of fuzz there. Looks like I think I've got everything lined up. The blade fits in there nice and snug, but as mentioned that the cap there might be in a little off center. I think I've got it on there alright. In other words, that might have been the reason why I end up with my neck over there. You might be able to see that. Got myself right there. Go ahead and I'm going to apply a hot towel to the face this morning. And cube is getting even smaller. It's still a good chunk of Preshave soap. It's going to take me a few shaves just to get used to the not being able to flip like a normal shavette. So it's going to take me a few shaves to get that under control. The matter of fact, this is the only unscented shave soap I have, and it was more along the lines of trying I guess you might say the base for the soap is what I was looking forward to, as opposed to whether it was scented or not. I was wanting to see how John's soaps were working out for him. And his soaps are pretty good. I got a link for him down below. Might send him an email, see how he's doing. He had if you notice on his website that he had a surgery, and he's been kind of out of commission for a while. But I got a few of his soaps. And this was the first one that I started with. And I think it was along the ideas, at least in my thought. He had a video a while back, kind of talking about it. The idea of different thought process on how you're setting up your den, and having an unscented soap and taking the money that you normally would have spent on all the scented soap and put it towards a variety of aftershaves, colognes, hardware, whatever the case might be, but more along the lines of different aftershaves. And That was the thought in behind it. And I thought that was an interesting idea that I've been kind of thinking about off and on for a while. Especially for anybody that's got a nose like mine, that you're sometimes you kind of struggle to smell anything. That putting your money towards the aftershaves using unscented soap might be something that some folks would be interested in doing. Now for me, on the other hand, like I say, the way my nose is, I can mix and match, because by the time I get done with the shave, with the soap, I don't smell the soap anymore. In other words, once I go through the witch hazel and the alum block, I really don't notice the soap anymore. Now somebody with a better nose could be, that's, you know, a different story, but for me, you know, the scent's gone. I don't smell it anymore. So mixing and matching soaps and aftershaves of different scents doesn't bother me. I know in the grand scheme of everything, that's some people, in other words, no, it's got to be matching. Well, you can ask my my wife, even on my clothes. Yeah, not matching is the theme for me. Yeah, I'm thinking, I'm already feeling, how you see, more comfortable with it on the second shave than what I was with the first. I still have this feeling that for a number of people, it would not surprise me that this being flat, me feel uncomfortable with them for a few shaves, and some may not like the flatness. They may wrap something around it, like, you know, parachute cord, whatever the case might be, make it a little bit more round, and they might feel a little bit more secure with holding it with the handle. In other words, the smooth handle that's thin like this may or may not work for some folks, which I can understand, because once it does get a little bit wet, get a little bit of soap on your hands, it may be a little bit difficult to hang on to. Just depends on what you're used to also. Because once you're starting out with a new shaver and you're unsure of yourself as well as the shaver, I can understand that sort of thing. It's usually done with some of the Camisori style shavers. You'll see some kind of wrap, whether they've dipped it in some sort of rubber or they've wrapped something around it. Help hang on to it. And for maybe no other reason, just to add some color or characteristic to the shaver. In other words, it's not a bad thing by any means. Yeah, I can't smell the soap. It has a, whatever naturally occurs with the soap making process, you know, it smells like that, but it's not a, I don't really smell anything. Not only that, it also may work well with somebody that's got very sensitive skin. Something to think about. May not be able to tolerate some of the scents that are put in the soap, that a unscented soap might be in order. Very smooth shave. So in between the Wilkinson Sword and the Astra SP, both these blades are working well. Thinking tomorrow I'll do a shave off camera, and I'll use the, it's been a while since I used a Shark Super Chrome. It has been a while. I know when I first started shaving, Shark Super Chrome was one of my favorite blades. I still have several of them. It's just a matter of when you're going through trying out different blades. Like Repair, here lately I've used a few of them. And when you're not, you know, when you're trying out different blades, other blades are going to be neglected. Trying to keep my hands dry. Got a little bit of soap on them. One of the things that kind of got me thinking about the idea of going with an unscented soap also was that if you're really into the aftershaves and you're on a pretty tight budget, aftershaves are getting kind of expensive nowadays. $20 or $25. Not going to get very many aftershaves at that price. And if you're really into a variety, at that price range and a small budget, you're not getting very many of them. Guess I should say one of the things that I keep in the back of my mind, and I enjoy the scents, I really do. Scented soap, aftershaves, the whole thing behind an aftershave is what it does for your skin. And the scent is great. And if it lasts for a little while, that's fine. But an aftershave is what it does for your face. So in other words, your cologne might be your focus, as opposed to how much you spend on your aftershave is what it does for your face. And if, to me, especially for the price, you get what, 6 ounces Barbado. Barbado's aftershave is what it does for the face is just awesome. It's the, as far as I'm concerned, of what I have, it's top of the line. It's, I don't have anything in my den that works as well as Barbado. You get a rough shave, calms the face down, cools it down. It really does. It does a really nice job. Face feels great afterwards. You can feel it working as soon as you put it on. At least that's been my experience. And since you're starting to see more and more shaves of the day, it kind of indicates that that is the feeling of a lot of people, is that that's the aftershave to go for. As it goes for a scent, per my nose, it seems like it's just a naturally occurring scent. It's not like it's in other words, it doesn't have a smoky scent or anything like that. It's what I would consider just a naturally occurring scent to it. At least that's my feelings on it. It's it's awfully darn good. First time I used it, it was like, oh, already, I got a winner here. Yeah, it just take a few shaves with this shaver. If you've been shaving with a DE, it might take a little while to get used to it. But a shavette, been shaving with a shavette, you can see the value in a shaver like this, because with that safety bar going across there, it'll make it a lot easier for folks to be able to use, get accustomed to using it. Like I say, I think the biggest thing is just getting used to the handle for me. In other words, most of your shavettes or folders, I've got a Camisori style Artist Feather Club, and it's a round handle for the most part. It's thicker, easier to hang on to. And in other words, if I had anything to say about an improvement, was to make the handle just a bit bigger. At least for me, that's my take on it. I might wrap something around it. I don't know. I'm still thinking I need to give it a good try and see if I can get accustomed to hanging on something as small as a handle as this one here, witch hazel. I'm looking down at the shaver's what it is. That is something also I'm thinking about. This camera is an old camera. It's pretty darn old, and it doesn't have even a place where you can hook up an external mic for it. So I've been looking into, different avenues, as well as using a cell phone for the video. But for me, I just really enjoy the idea of the memory card I take out of my out of the video camera, take it, put it in the computer. Like I say, it just takes a few minutes. At the speeds that I'm getting right now at the house, it takes maybe 7 minutes to upload it. It takes me far longer to put all the rest of the information together and put it out than what it ever does to upload a video. If I just upload the video and put very little information, yeah, you're looking at, maybe 15 minutes tops, and I'm done with the video, because I don't edit anything with my video. What you see is what you get. In case you might say it's the raw form. Alright, Reserve Classic. I have one more that I got through shave.net, and it's a Barrister Mann, and I think it's a spicy scent. And on the sample, it mentions, get the top of this off here, it mentions that it's a spicy scent, which is going to be right up my alley. I like spicy scents. This being a sample, we're going to see if I got enough in my hand or not. This is supposed to be like the way I read the scent profile on this one here, it's supposed to be along the lines of a barbershop scent, if you will. I think it's supposed to have a powdery scent to it. I think talcum powder maybe. Yeah, I can see that. Smells pretty good. I don't think of all my aftershaves, I don't think I have a scent quite like this one. I have some that will be similar when it comes to barbershop scents. You'll get some that are similar. I don't think I have one quite like this one. Clubman's different. In other words, matter of fact, Clubman's quite a bit different than this. So if you're wondering a comparison, if you have Clubman, even Classic Vanilla, no, it's different. Well, this morning I did survive. I did not nick myself. Didn't feel any irritation or anything like that. It's getting closer to being like a DE shave, if you will, as opposed to a shavette shave. Something to get used to. I think I'll also have to start practicing going across the grain on my cheeks with it, something to look forward to tomorrow. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.